Hello everyone, we're standing outside of Guelph Little Theatre and we're going to take a sneak preview inside of Swordfish. Swordfish is going to open November 4th to 21st, and it was a play that was going to mount just as COVID hit. So very poignant that we're here today as we get a chance to take a sneak peek inside. So come on in. We're here at Guelph Little Theatre tonight and we have an opportunity to speak with Tom Rydell. Tom Rydell is the playwright and director of Swordfish, and it's really poignant that we're here tonight because Swordfish was actually going to mount just before COVID hit. Had a beautiful stage ready to go, wonderful cast ready, and boom, COVID hit. So here we are, we're here to celebrate with Tom the launch with some recasting involved as well, and they're opening November 4th and running to the 21st. Since you have experience as a playwright, how do you conceptualize the storyline for the play?
Well, I can tell you very quickly that there are two people in Hamilton, young professionals in 1965, who've decided to quit their careers, or at least put them on hold for a short time and do something out they always wanted to do, which was open an antique store. And the female of the two, their husband and wife, Janet, her mother's not really thrilled with this. So they've been open a month, and the mob comes calling, asking for protection money. And so they hang around. They feel that they need to, and they just kind of find solace with everyday reactions with customers and things that happen in the shop. So, yeah.
Yeah. I guess, and how did you actually think of that, just the storyline in particular? Yeah.
Initially, I had an idea of an incident. That's all I'm going to say right now. An incident that happens fairly early on in the play, and started to put together a setting and at least the four major characters: Dean and Janet, the owners, Mom, Mrs. Whitworth, and the kind of best but annoying friend, Wally.
Oh.
So, yeah. And once I had the setting and the first scene done, things started to roll a little bit. They did, you know. So, started quite a while ago, late 2018, the fall of 2018. That's when it started.
Really?
So, yeah.
That's quick.
It is fairly quick.
Yes.
I've been told that.
Yes.
I've been told that. And you know, it's been a process.
Yeah.
A number of people have read this, and you know, I feel bad at times. Sometimes, hey, could you read this and tell me what you think? You know,
Right.
and
Yeah.
okay, you know, and but people have been pretty positive.
So how did you know how many characters to write in?
Well, initially I had way too many, and you know, that was people who have been around the theater business for quite a while saying, you know, I should try to cut it back a bit, and which I did. And we do have people here playing one or two more parts, but they're a lot of fun. They're fun parts, but that was primarily it. But what I didn't want was the standard 4-person play either, you know, which I've seen way too many of those. And I find sometimes too, even if some of the parts are very small, people might say, people might take them never having been on stage before. And then once they're on, they kind of get hooked, and all of a sudden they're auditioning again, and all of a sudden they're helping out at the theater, and they're finding a way to be a part of the whole theater process, really. Yeah.
This is sort of a sidebar question. I'm just referring to the set. It's the set that keeps on giving.
Okay.
It really is. It's withstood the test of time here. And maybe a shout out to some of the people who had worked on the set as well. Quite a number of people. But you've had, you know, Judith Eden from Props and Paint.
Certainly.
Lots of people. So check it out when you're coming to see the show and read the program of all the people involved in getting that set ready. And Yes.
Whenever I go
Mhm.
to a play, I always like to get there early enough just to look at the set for a while and to
Mhm.
see what might or might not be happening.
Mhm.
And I think people, if they get here early enough, will have some fun seeing what's up
Yeah.
there.
No, it's a great set. It really is.
Thank you.
Wanted
Thank
to
you.
reference that one
Thank you.
once again, of course. Let's see.
I did have
Yeah.
it at one person at some point saying, "You can't put an antique store on the stage. You just can't do that." We've pulled it off.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have, yes.
Yeah.
And so much of it was actually here at Guelph Little
Right.
Theatre.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
It's amazing. You're repurposing things, and that's the beauty of theater. Resourcefulness.
Yes, certainly. A few things had to be fixed here and there, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is.
So, and we're not giving too much away for our viewers and listeners today, but just to talk about it a bit and sort of tease out what they expect to see on the stage. It's a beautiful set. Let's see, what else can you highlight some of the characters a little bit without giving too much away?
I think Dean and Janet, I talked about earlier, the two young professionals who just put their careers on hold. Again, Katie Chapman as Janet and Arthur Harkins as Dean. And I remember seeing Arthur many years ago at Our Lady of Lourdes doing Tevye in Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh, yes.
It's fairly thin Tevye, but he was incredibly effective.
Yeah.
And I've seen him in other productions here and elsewhere. And but Dean and Janet and Mother, Kathy Gowdy, and Wally is Hayden Talon. And Hayden came to this cast late, but has fit right in. He's known, he knows a few people in the cast, and really adds an energy to that character.
It certainly does.
He adds an energy to any character he does, really.
He's amazing. You've got a great person there as well, for sure. Brings a lot to the production, full of life and energy. And
but other people in the cast, like he's been hanging around for the last almost 2 years now. But Carlo Adamo is just. Again, once in a while, when he's on stage, some of the other cast members will just peek out to see what he's doing.
Oh, neat.
And they're learning from him.
That's awesome.
Which is,
and I'm sure it's reciprocal too, right?
Yes,
he's learning from them, and that's key, right?
Yeah. And the other thing about the cast too is that there's a lovely age range. Just we've got I think Quaid, who's 20 or 21, and then all the way up to and ages in between to Carlo and Harry Bishop. So
nice. It's amazing. We're sort of coming up to the sort of end of our time together, but there's a few more questions actually. I wondered if you could let people know how you get tickets, and I might want to highlight that Tom is wearing many hats. He's not only a playwright and director, but he is also in charge of the box office here at Guelph Little Theatre. So he is your friendly face on the other side of the email or whichever else if you're calling to the theatre. Tom, how would they get tickets?
At this moment, go to the Guelph Little Theatre website, and on the very first page that comes up, Swordfish Buy Tickets, go to that. We are only selling online at the moment. Although Ontario has opened up, we're still trying to be as safe as possible.
So Tom, I really appreciate you taking the time for us to learn about Swordfish, but I know there might be some other groups that may be interested. If they were interested, would they get in touch with you through the box office or another way through the Guelph Little Theatre right now?
I think right now through the box office.
Okay, very good.
And I think that is the safest way right now.
Excellent. Watch out for Swordfish November 4th to 21st at Guelph Little Theatre, and be sure to reach out to Tom Riddell if you were interested in mounting the play of Swordfish in some way, shape, or form. All right. Thank you. My name is Lynn McEntee for Guelph Life.